What is going on, you wonderful thought-having people you? I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today where I round up some of yesterday's and today's biggest gaming news. If you guys enjoy, I'll keep this format up. So without further ado, let's get right into today's first story. It looks like we have the name for the next Lara Croft Tomb Raider game. As you can see or not by the blurry photo snapped on a presumably moving subway, a laptop was left open revealing the next game in the series to an eagle-eyed Redditor. Going by this picture, the name of it seems to be Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which seems to give a mysterious bend to the games given it has Shadow in its title. The name has been verified by Kotaku, but as we all know, projects in development can always have a title change. The most interesting thing about this story is that the game is not being developed by Crystal Dynamics. Instead, Eidos Montreal has taken the helm of this one. You may know them from the underrated Deus Ex series or that Thief reboot that came out a few years ago. Sorry, bad taste in my mouth. But as Eurogamer has noted, Crystal Dynamics are working on another Tomb Raider game, but it will likely come out after this one. Most journalists are speculating that these two games are being developed at once so that Crystal Dynamics will have more time to polish their game, while the Eidos Montreal one will likely run very similar to the previous game, Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's a similar situation to the Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight approach Warner Brothers took to allow Rocksteady more time to work on Arkham Knight while simultaneously satisfying fans with another game in the meantime. Next up is Mass Effect Andromeda. The time period for the game was recently teased in a trailer revealed by EA to drum up hype for N7 Day, better known as November 7th, which is just 5 days away now. The trailer dropped the hint that it would be set 600 years after the events of Mass Effect 3, so things will likely be very different as far as alliances and treaties go. A lot can change in that amount of time, and this game will probably prove that fact. The real reason everyone is talking about this though is because EA Games CFO Blake Jorgensen said this: "Right now Mass Effect is tracking extremely well. The game looks beautiful and we're really pleased with its progress. However, as you've seen, we are willing to make moves in launch dates if we feel it's necessary to deliver the right player experience." It kind of sounds like he's hinting at a delay, right? I mean, he sugarcoated it as best as possible, but it sounds like that is what he's certainly hinting at. Right now, it looks like Mass Effect Andromeda will release sometime in March 2017 because of that art book leak a while back, but with that statement, no one can be sure. Jorgensen also mentioned that if they have to extend the release 3 to 5 months, then they will do that to ensure quality, so expect to see a delay announced at the N7 Day celebrations. And finally, some good news for indie developers out there. Super Mario Run is being developed on the Unity engine. I'll get back to why this is a good thing for indie devs in a second, but yesterday at the Unity Unite event, it was announced that Nintendo's first mobile game, besides Pokemon Go I guess, will be running on that engine, while simultaneously officially raising the veil on Nintendo and Unity's partnership. Unity was on Nintendo's list of third-party support back when they revealed the Switch, but we had heard nothing from Unity themselves until now. But back to why this is good for small developers out there. Because Nintendo has officially partnered with Unity, then we will likely see more indie titles on the Nintendo platforms. Some people hate the Unity engine because I think we see a lot of amateur games developed there, but if Nintendo is using it, there has to be some value in it. The cool thing is, now anyone can download the engine Nintendo is using to make Super Mario Run. We are living in the future, ladies and gentlemen, and don't you forget it. So what did you think about the new Tomb Raider title and its new developers? And what about the new Mass Effect's possibility of being delayed? It really did seem like it, didn't it? And finally, what about Nintendo using Unity? I know some people hate that engine, so I am interested to hear what everyone thinks about this. But that's about it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave me a like. And if you're new here, why not subscribe? And be sure to tell me if you like this format, where I quickly go over a few stories in one video rather than just one. I kind of like it because it allows me to have a wider view on things and hopefully satisfy more viewers. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.